I'm confident that you'll like it. I loved it. This is going to be a great wine for a summer pick, summer parties, summer barbecues. If you got a little more money to throw around at your wine budget, pick this one up. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Wine Rookie. I'm your Wine Rookie host, Paul, and today we are opening up a Bordeaux blend on the channel. Most of you are familiar that Bordeaux produces some of the best red blends on this planet, but not all of you are familiar that Bordeaux also produces white blends. So that's what we're trying today. But before I introduce the wine that we're tasting, I'd like to invite you guys to like and subscribe, my fellow wine rookies, whether you're here to learn about wine or just for some great content. I'd greatly appreciate that. Now, let me introduce to you Confidence by Chateau Bastor-Lamontagne. This is out of the Sauternes region of Bordeaux in France. Now, when you're going to buy a wine, if you buy a Sauternes wine, you're going to get a sweet dessert wine. This is a Bordeaux labeled wine, and they do that for their drier white wines, so don't be confused by that. But this Bordeaux blend here consists of 51% Sauvignon Gris, 29% Semillon, and 20% Sauvignon Blanc. Most of you are familiar with Sauvignon Blanc. It needs no introduction. But what you might not know about it is that it is actually native of the Bordeaux region. So is the Semillon grape that's featured in this wine as well, which produces fuller bodied and more round wines, which is why they like to add it to their blends. And then the Muscadel grape is another grape that you can find in a lot of Bordeaux white blends, but it's not in this one. So we're missing out on that. But we have this grape that some of you might have never heard of, Sauvignon Gris. What is it? Well, it's actually a clonal variety of Sauvignon Blanc, and it's grayer on the vine than Sauvignon Blanc is, which is how it got its name, Sauvignon Gris. But once it ripens, it actually gets this really cool pink hue to it. Very pretty looking grape, white flesh, white juice as well. But only 2% of all of Bordeaux white wine grapes are produced as Sauvignon Gris. So it's pretty cool to have it in this wine at 51%. And most vineyards out there deal with only 20 to 30% in their blends if they choose to use it. So again, super rad that we're trying one with such a high percentage in there. So I'm really stoked to give it a shot. Did I forget to mention that this wine, the 2020 vintage we're opening up, scored 92 points from James Suckling? I don't know about you. I'm ready to open it up and give it a shot. But first, B-roll. All right, everybody, we finally poured out the 2020 vintage of Confidence from Chateau Bastor-Lamontagne, a white Bordeaux blend that consisted of 51% Sauvignon Gris, 29% Semillon, and 20% Sauvignon Blanc. We poured it into the glass, and the first thing we do as wine rookies, learning more about wine, is we assess the color. This is a brilliant, pale to medium straw color in the glass. Honestly, depending at the angle. From the side, I definitely see more medium, but when I put that white sheet of paper underneath it, which is what you're supposed to do, it's definitely very pale. So kind of almost in between. As far as the other visual cues I get from this wine, the wine's a little more viscous, which leads me to think that there's going to be a bit more residual sugars in this. So probably not a dry white wine, but maybe an off-dry. So we'll get to that later. After the visual cues, we assess the bouquet of a wine. So we do that by evaporating alcohol in the glass and assessing those aroma compounds that are left behind. So as we swirl the wine in the glass, it coats the inside, the alcohol evaporates, and that's that. So get ready to give a sniff. This is a beautifully aromatic wine. I get some white tea. I get pineapple, There's saline, lemon curd. It's like this creamy lemon to it. It's a little buttery. There's a lot going on in this bouquet. It's very complex, and I like every single aroma coming out this. After the aroma, we're just going to taste it. We're hoping to assess body, acidity. We're going to figure out what that sugar level was. Is it sweet? Is it dry? Here we go. Before I forget any of these notes, first off, lime. I get a lot of lime on the palate. I get kiwi and some melon as well. Very fruit forward. This is delicious. I get a little bit more of that pineapple that was on the nose as well. So lime, kiwi, melon, and pineapple here. Amazing. Leaning towards the medium plus body. This is a full-bodied white wine here that we're dealing with. And like I said, a little more residual sugar, more of an off dry. Acidity level though, medium plus. Everything works out in congruency with each other. It works out great. What are we pairing with this wine? Guys, I want to enhance those lime notes from the tasting. And I think we can do that with a grilled codfish that's been marinated in lime and cilantro. If you don't eat meat, try doing the same thing with cauliflower. Grill the cauliflower, marinate it in lime and cilantro. I think that's going to work great with this. As far as a cheese pairing, if you're doing it with a cheese board, do a fresh goat's milk brie or just a soft goat milk cheese. I think it's going to work really well with this white Bordeaux blend. Honestly, guys, I might go try to find some more of this confidence. I'm confident that you'll like it. I loved it. This is going to be a great wine for a summer pick, summer parties, summer barbecues. If you got a little more money to throw around at your wine budget, pick this one up. It was about $20. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the way out, and we will see you next time for another Wine Rookie tasting. Cheers, everybody.